Welcome back, my dear students. So, did you finish what I asked for you to do? Well, I hope you did. If not, it's okay. Let's see if they match. If they don't match, of course, it's going to refresh. Let's just say 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Enter, and they match, as you can see here. So we got a little validation there. You can make it better by copying some of the registration page code that we have and plugging it right here. That's okay. Okay, we can always include some more validation in the future, but it's very important that you do. So this is what I did, and I asked you for you to do this. We are making sure that these both fields are equal from the form. So what are we going to do here? Well, first of all, we are going to be pulling out this guy from the um, form, right? So let's create a variable and let's assign it to that. And actually, let's go ahead and hash it. We're going to be using the same function we have been using. Let's pass the first parameter is the password we want to hash, and this constant here, and what else? Let's pass a array of options, and we're going to be passing in the cost. And the cost, the value would be 12 is good. Okay, it's just going to take a little more time than for any hacker. Remember that the higher this number is, the more this function takes to hash it. So when you have an automatic software checking, it's going to take a lifetime to try to hack into your code. Okay, so let's see. Let's create an if statement here with a variable stmt and SQLite. Actually, this is a prepare statement. Pass the connection and the query. What are we going to do? We are going to be updating the users table, and we're going to set the column token to empty. Okay, because remember that we don't want anything there. We are updating that because we don't, once we're done using the token, we don't want it anymore. Okay, so we're gonna be using it here. Okay, when the user comes from the email, and that's it. Now it's no use to us, and we are just going to, you know what, I don't know why I'm not using the double quotes. So we're gonna get the user password. We're gonna update that field. We're gonna make sure that our password is a hash password, and we need to get this value here, hash password. Okay, there we go. Where our email, user email, equals question mark. Come back here, and now we need to finish this. Let's just make sure that this is right. Update users, set that column to empty, then pull out the user, then get the user password column and include this hash password that we're getting here. We're encrypting where user email equals that. So we're getting the email as well. Okay, remember that we're getting the email. Okay, right here from that get request. So right now we don't have that email, so we need to create that variable just to test things out. And codingfaculty.com. That sounds about right. Excuse me. Now, what are we going to do here? Do you remember the function that we need to use? Which one is it? Bind result or bind param? You got it if you said this one. And then the second parameter, what is it? Well, this is the question mark, remember. Is it going to be an integer, a string? What is it? Right here. It's going to be a string, remember that. And now, of course, we're going to get the email. We're going to be using that variable that we got upstairs. Oh, not upstairs, up there. Jesus. I'm in a apartment building right now, and that's why I say upstairs, because they're making a lot of noise upstairs and they are not letting me record because I gotta focus. Okay, let's execute this, and if we're able to do something, let's just use this function mysqli sntp affected rows should be somewhere here. Let's pass the statement, and let's echo out. We need to compare this actually. Greater or equal than 1 or equal than 1. Usually when it makes a change, it's either 1 or 0. So I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. That's okay. Bad query. Okay. So what we should see is this being empty. This column in the database being empty. Okay, right here, which is not empty right now. Let's just, as you can see, has that there, and this should be changed as well. So we got to be careful with what password we put in there, because we won't be able to log in again if we don't put the right password, right? So let's try this. We had a password, I think mine was 123 or something like that. So let's just say that is secret, just plain secret. We set, it was affected. So pay attention to that, see if it changes. MDS is the first 3 here. And we got, as you can see, it doesn't say MDS anymore. So something was changed there for sure. And we don't have that column here anymore. See that? It's empty.